All right, what's good? What's good? What's popping? What's popping, people? What's popping? Hold on for one moment. Let's see if you guys can hear me, right? Let me. Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. Cool. Yo, what's popping? Yeah. All right, so let me get straight to it. When it comes to this recent turn of events, you won't be shocked, or you shouldn't be shocked by it when you understand the end game of this Black Manosphere 2.0 online community. All right, the end game of the so-called Black Manosphere 2.0 or this entire version of the manosphere in general is two things. It's being entertaining while seeking female validation at the same time. That's the end game of today's manosphere. All right. Or black male online or male online space, wherever you want to put it. It's about failed people in real life coming online to be some whack ass entertainers, meanwhile seeking female validation. That's what people are seeking for. Therefore, if a content creator comes on here and make any type of statement that may be racially offensive, at the end of the day, it won't mean much. Or in other words, this content creator will not suffer that much consequences because at the end of the day, motherfuckers don't care about that as long as this content creator is giving the entertainment need is excuse me is fulfilling the entertainment needs and the need for validation to a lot of people in this space, especially when it comes to a lot of female content creators who decide to come here. Oh man, the only thing a female content creator needs to do in order to be real popular in this side of YouTube is just give the males the validation that they're looking for. That is it. That's it. The only thing these female content creators need to do when they come on here is just tell the males that everything you said about females is correct and that everything that these females on here do and say is incorrect. All right? You're correct. I'm sorry. And I'm going to correct these females. Therefore, I'm going to create a wife school to teach these females how to be a wife, even though I've never been married myself. And when that happens, the bankroll comes in. All these cash apps and super chats and these PayPal donations will be flowing like a motherfucker, man. You know, the the bank account of these bitches would go from barely living by to being able to pay 6 months of rent after 2 days of live streaming and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like right now there's this female content creator. What's going on, Tampa Supreme? What's up? So recently, most of you guys already know this, but just in case you guys didn't know, there was this very popular female content creator in the manosphere who, in one of her live streams, made a statement about slavery, in which she said that slavery was not as bad as people make it out to be. That's not what she said verbatim. I'm just paraphrasing what she said. And when she said that, she was interviewing another content creator who I think is, or who's accused of either being a white nationalist or some extreme right wing type of guy. Basically some Caucasian. She was interviewing some Caucasian guy who is accused by some of being a racist or a bigot. And when she was speaking to this guy, she made the statement that slavery was not as bad as people make it out to be, and it rung so many bells all across this side of YouTube, especially in the so-called Black Manosphere, right? And the thing is that what up, Bronze Bird? And the thing is that I don't get what people are so surprised about because I see the game for what it is. That when it comes to a content creator, especially the female content creator, right? It doesn't matter what this female content creator says. As long as she is providing female validation to a lot of these desperate dudes in this space, then she can get away with saying almost anything. And she's not going to pay the consequences at all for it. When you have an entire online community such as the Manosphere and or the so-called Black Manosphere, in which the overall majority of the viewing audience is seeking female validation and entertainment, then they're not going to care about anything else. They're not going to care about being disrespected, which is they're not going to care about being disrespected. They're not going to care about they're not going to care about anything that has something to do with honor and integrity. No, they don't care about that. It's like, when it comes to the mindset of a lot of people within the viewing audience of the Manosphere, what they want is their entertainment needs to be met, which is give me female validation, especially if you are a female content creator. As long as you're providing female validation to the large portion of the male viewing audience, then it doesn't matter what you say about so-called Black people or slavery. It doesn't matter what you say. Hell, it doesn't matter what you say. That may come off as offensive or bigoted. Nothing will happen to you as far as your popularity or your channel or your support being at risk. It won't happen. Nothing will happen to you. You know what? Business talk with Coach K. What's going on? Let me tell you something. The LGBTQ community have already came and infiltrated the Manosphere. Okay? Because look at a lot of these gay niggas that be coming on this motherfucker and saying some off the wall shit. I mean, you had KS. You know what? I ain't going. Well, okay. You had KS when he was alive asking another grown man, how big is his dick? You had Obsidian who said on a live stream that Alpha Male Strategies is a fine ass nigga. So with these things that's going, and there was a lot of other suspect shit like BGS. BGS in 2018 threatened to fuck another man in the ass. All right. So when you think about it, the LGBTQ community been infiltrated the space. Yeah. Talking about Taz, you wanna fuck me, Taz? You wanna fuck me, Taz? You wanna fuck? Come on. They've been infiltrated this space because anything goes in this Manosphere 2.0 space, because the only thing that the majority of the viewing audience want to hear is them being validated. They want to feel validated. They come here for validation. That's it. That is it. So anything goes on here. Let me tell you something. With this Caucasian female content creator, right? Where a lot of people are making a big deal about it. I give it another week and a half. And this whole space is going to forget about what this female said about slavery. And they'll continue watching her live streams. They'll continue donating money to her. All right. As a matter of fact, if you break it down, this situation is actually helping this female content creator in increasing her popularity. because all she's receiving is free marketing. The more people who make videos about her, the more people who tag her name in the title of their videos, the more people who put her picture as the video thumbnail to their content, it's only going to give more people knowledge of who she is, which increases the chances of more people saying, let me go to this person's channel and watch her video. See, the thing is, YouTube is like Hollywood. Basically, YouTube is basically Hollywood, in which there's no such thing as bad publicity. Good publicity or bad publicity, good publicity or bad publicity is good for marketing. That's all it's going to do. And like I said, like I just said a few minutes ago, I give it a week and a half, and the whole entire manosphere, black manosphere, whatever you want to call it, space, is going to forget about what this Caucasian female said about slavery. And they'll just continue watching her content. They'll continue supporting her. So basically, it's on to your regularly scheduled validation programming. That's all it is, man. Listen, a, a large portion of the people in this space have no integrity. You guys already know that. I mean, Tampa Supreme, business talk with Coach K. I see you change your name. All right, Brownsbird, and anybody else that's watching, you guys already know that a large portion of the people in this space do not have integrity. Therefore, they don't give a goddamn about any type of offensive thing, for the most part, that a popular content creator say, so long as this popular content creator give the viewing audience their fix. And their fix is female validation, especially when it comes to a female content creator. As long as this Caucasian female content creator provide the female validation to a large percentage of these desperate niggas in this fucking space, nigga, she's going to be in good hands. All right? Motherfuckers don't care about that shit. People don't care about it. Hell. And a lot of people making content claiming that they care about what this female said about about slavery, and the fact that this female is, or the possible fact that this female is a bigot and a racist, is all bullshit. Because a lot of the people, in my personal opinion, who are making videos reacting to what she said about slavery and who pretend to be pissed off, are just motherfuckers who just want to clout chase. Because a lot of these motherfuckers making videos against her don't give a fuck either. They just care about clout chasing and making making, getting their views up on her name. That's it. They just care about increasing their views and increasing the number of subscribers of their within their channels by talking about someone who's already popular. That's it. That is it. See, the thing is with this Caucasian female content creator is that she recognized the game. She recognized the game, as well as a few other female content creators that come on this side of YouTube. They already know that the name of the game is to give these desperate niggas within the viewing audience validation. Validate what they say. Give them that female validation. Tell them that they're right. And pretend to serve as this superwoman that's going to correct the whole entire female gender and make them great wives again. Right? Make females great again. Instead of wearing a MAGA hat, they're gonna wear a FAGA hat. I said FAGA, not FAGA. No, not FAGA. I'm sorry, MAFA. Make American females great again. You know, MAFA. Make American females great again. MAFA. Okay, not MAGA, not FAGA, MAFA. Make American females great again. This is the illusion that a lot of the female content creators in this space is giving is giving to a lot of the male audiences in this space. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna wear my cape, I'm gonna wear my MAFA hat, and I'm gonna pretend to correct and save the whole entire female gender. And the majority of the male audience is buying into that. Well, business talk, I don't give a fuck about attention. I just spread I what I do is just spread my opinion, and whoever gets it gets it. Whoever doesn't get it, they don't get it. I don't care. you know. Oh, okay. Priya said, when I first came across her YouTube channel, I was wondering why this white girl was speaking on relationships between black men and black women with black people on her show. Well, Prius, I personally never heard her. Well, I don't watch her show that much, but the few times that I have, I never heard her specifically spoke about so-called black relationships. I've just heard her speak about relationships between males and females. That's me. I just heard her just say men, women. I never heard her specifically say black men, black women, or stuff like that. I just heard her specifically say men and women. You know, but she do. But a large portion of the people that she invited on her show are so-called black people. Well, hey, those motherfuckers chose to be a guest and co-host her show. Hey, it is what it is. What up, Shaka Nulu? But yeah, once you realize that the end game, when it comes to this version of the Manosphere, is about one, being entertaining, and two, seeking validation, then you won't be surprised at all the nonsense that go down in this space. Because when you have an entire online community that seeks entertainment and validation, then you talk about a whole online community that have no integrity. They have no honor. They don't care about the shit that truly matters. They don't care about uh, um protecting the honor of their race or their people. They don't have that. They don't care about that. They don't care about having dignity and not putting themselves in a position to support someone that would make such statements. They don't care about that. Why? Because they didn't come here for, like a lot of people within the viewing audience of this Manosphere space did not come on here for that. They did not come here for anything substantial. They only came on here for two reasons: to get their entertainment fix and to get their validation that they are desperately seeking for from other people. I keep telling you guys this. You can have a lot of people within this space who suffer from low self-esteem, and as a result, they seek validation from other people when they're supposed to be seeking validation from only two sources, which is from God Almighty Himself and themselves. Those are the only two places you should be seeking validation from. from the Most High and from yourself. And once you understand that that's the only source that you should seek validation from, you're not going to seek validation from anyone else. Therefore, guess what? You'll have integrity. You'll have enough integrity to not put yourself in a position to be supporting certain content creator, certain content creators who don't give a fuck about your ass. But you know, a lot of these people, they search for validation from other people, especially a lot of these males who are still bitter about them being rejected by a whole bunch of quiches back in God knows when, you know. So therefore, they come online desperately seeking female validation, and boom, Ms. Pearly things appear. And it doesn't matter what she says. Listen, Miss Pearly things could go on record and call a so-called black man a nigger. And ain't shit going to happen to her. Why? Not because she's Caucasian. It has nothing to do with her being Caucasian and her having the complexion for the protection of the collective. It has nothing to do with that. It has a lot to do with the fact that she is giving these males female validation. So therefore, if she would go on record and call a so-called black male a nigger, her online fame is still going to be high. It's not going to go anywhere. Her donations is still going to be at a high number. It's not going to go anywhere. Why? Because she's giving a lot of these pathetic males their fix, which is female validation and entertainment. And remember, like I said before, a lot of the people within the viewing audience of this side of YouTube don't care about anything else outside of getting their entertainment needs met and their validation met. That's it. They don't care about all this other shit. They don't give a fuck about all this other shit. But this is what happens when you have a whole space, a whole online space of people that have no integrity, no dignity, no self-respect, no type of code of conduct, and no type of care in the world for the initial goal of this space, which is to help elevate the social, political, and economic status of the black male or of males in general. See, once again, like I've stated plenty of times before, the original goal of this online space have been diverted from actually going into activists, from actually being activists and working on improving the status of black males to miserable, rejected ass niggas desperately seeking female validation. And since the end game have changed into the latter, therefore, content creators can come on here and get away with saying a lot of bullshit so long as they're giving the audience their entertainment needs met and their validation needs met. That is it. This is why KS, when he was alive, he was able to go on record and ask another man, how big is your dick? And still be at the time, and still succeed at the time at being one of the most popular public figures on the internet. because he gave people their fix, which is he had their entertainment needs met and their validation needs met. That's it. Even though I said, yeah, that a lot of people come on here for female validation, but male content creators can have actually, of course, a lot of the male content creators have actually succeeded in providing the validation to a lot of these pathetic males within the viewing audience. You know, this is why a person like BGS Immore can go on record and threaten to anally rape another man and still become a popular figure and still be a popular figure in this space, because when the majority of the viewing audience in this space are only seeking entertainment and validation, then nothing else matters. Integrity does not matter anymore. Content creators can come on here and say a lot of fucked up shit and get away with it because this space is no longer about having integrity. Why? Because this space have actually lost, they actually lost the original objective of this space, which is, like I said a few minutes ago, which is to help elevate the social, political, and economic status of the black male. See, at one point in time, there was a level of integrity in the space. There was. And when there was a level of integrity in the space, you could not get away with saying a whole bunch of bullshit that a lot of these content creators are saying, or are getting away with saying right now. So, this Caucasian female content creator, Miss Pearly Things, let me tell you something. She could come on here and keep saying a lot of bigoted statements and get away with it because the majority of a viewing audience don't have the integrity to actually stand against her and say what you said is wrong, it's offensive, I'm not supporting you anymore. Why? Because the majority of the viewing audience don't care about integrity. They don't care about that. They don't care about what Miss Pearly Things said about slavery not being as bad as people make it out to be. They don't care about that. As long as Miss Pearly Things is going on record and saying female bad, male good. What this female say is bad. What you say is good. That's yo, that's that's all that matters. And she's still going to get paid via donations, via whatever YouTube pays her. She ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. And like I said, I give it another week and a half, and the entire YouTube world is going to forget about what Miss Pearly thinks said pertains to slavery. That's it. It's that easy. Why? Because the majority of the viewing audience within this side of YouTube don't have enough integrity to actually to actually stand firm and stand against people who make such statements and say, I will no longer support you. Now, some people on here have that level of integrity, but most don't. Most don't care. As a matter of fact, as much house niggas that we have in this side of YouTube, you're going to have people that agree with her, like Obsidian. Ain't no more integrity in this fucking space. And a lot of you guys already know that. But anyhow, that's all I have to say pertains to this shit. You know? So, understanding these things, right? Before I leave, what I have to say, that once you understand these things, you won't be surprised at the fact that a person like Miss Pearly thinks, even though she's not a member of the Black Manosphere. Now, okay, hold on. Now, of course, now Miss Pearly things never professed to be a member of the so-called Black Manosphere. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she professed of being a member of the mainstream manosphere, but she never professed, to my knowledge, to be a member of the so-called Black Manosphere, right? But a lot of the so-called quote unquote leaders of the so-called Black Manosphere hold her words in high esteem because she provides the validation that a lot of the members of the viewing audience are desperately seeking, right? So, because she does that, like I said, you should not be surprised at her being able to get away with saying whatever comment she made that may come across as offensive. Because the moment she provides that validation and provide that entertainment quality that these pathetic motherfuckers in the viewing audience are looking for, then she'll always have a place on this side of YouTube in which she'll get tons of support. So don't be shocked at the bullshit that you see. Because guess what? This ain't the first time that these types of things happen, and it's definitely not going to be the last. Some other content creator who end up making a name for themselves, who provides the validation and entertainment quality that a lot of people are looking for, is going to say some off the wall shit. People are going to make videos about it, and a week later, motherfuckers going to forget about it and still support that motherfucker. It's still going to keep happening. You see it happen. You've seen it happen too many times already, and it's going to keep on happening because there is no integrity on this side of YouTube. There's no, a lot of people within the viewing audience lack substance. They lack a moral code. A lot of people within this audience lack any type of self-respect and any dignity, which is why this space have amounted to being a piece of shit. Right, right. When we've been around this long, how can we be shocked? Right. But guess what, Shaka? A person doesn't have to be around for as long as I have in order to not be shocked at the things that they see. Listen, if you've been around this space for at least a good 2 to 3 years, you should no longer be shocked at the type of dumb shit that you see in this space. All you need is to be here for about a good 2 to 3 years, and you would see the same BS repeat. You would see the same pattern or the same thing keep repeating itself. Same thing keep repeating itself. One content creator say make another bogus statement. A whole lot of people make videos about it. Another content creator make bogus statements, and a lot of other people making videos, and the rest make videos about it. And let me tell you something. A lot, like I said before, a lot of people who have made videos about not all the content creators, but a large portion of them, in my opinion, who have made videos talking about the comments of Miss Pearly things. They're just doing it just to gain more clout, just to gain more popularity, just for so their channels could receive more exposure. Because you guys already know the game. If a content creator makes a video about another content creator who's more popular and tag this popular content creator's name in their video and post a picture of that popular content creator's name as a thumbnail to their video, is going to attract more views. It's going to attract more views to that video that will increase the chances of increasing more subscribers to that person's channel. Therefore, a lot of people, not all content creators, but a lot, in my opinion, who have made videos about the Miss Pearly thing situation are just doing it because that's the popular conversation right now. And they have to make videos about it in order to increase their own popularity. That's all it is. It's just a marketing scheme. And at the end of the day, do you know who benefits most when it comes to this quote unquote controversy? Miss Pearly thinks herself. Because the only thing that we're doing is just giving her more marketing. All right. So once again, don't be shocked at this bullshit that you see. Don't be shocked. It's like a spinning record because these types of situations keep repeating themselves all over and over and over again in this space. Because since there's no real organization in this space, there's no real integrity, there's no real code of conduct in this space, then this space have been left in a condition to where anything goes. Anything goes. You could say any bogus thing, any offensive thing that you want. But so long as you are feeding people the entertainment quality that they're looking for and feeding people the validation that they're looking for, you can get away with saying these bogus things. That's all it is, man. Yeah, Shaka Noon said you talking about the smarter people, though. These niggas are dumb. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you do have a lot of dumb niggas, but hey. All right, so I'm gonna end this live stream because, you know, unlike some of y'all motherfuckers, I got some things to do. All right. So y'all have a great day. Be safe out there. It's spring, so now the weather's getting warmer. You know, more people going outside. You guys be safe out there. Don't be doing nothing too crazy. All right. So enjoy yourselves. At least for the ones who have a life. All right. Peace out.